It's Friday. So let's see what's going on. See who's out there. See who wants to say something. Talk to me over here. Would you like to converse? Possibly. Hi, Rachel. How has your week been? Happy Friday. Sorry I ain't been in the last few streams. Just busy with work and such. It's all good, June. All good, brother. Understandable. Work is like that, so it's okay. Life gets in the way plenty of times. Whew. Oh, yeah, it's okay. What is the average velocity of a coconut-laden swallow? An African swallow or European swallow? What in the name of Levy is going on? I'm so confused. I don't know. I'm not watching SmackDown, so I don't know. Based on their suplex, Kurt Angle, Brock, Benoit. Push Kurt, he is natural Olympian. Job Brock, he's NCAA. And Endeavor Benoit, because he was never, he knew amateur wrestling, but he was never an NCAA. He was never Olympian. Is it too late to Wang Chung? It's never too late to Wang Chung. You know that. Cold and Short didn't work last Friday or this past Monday, so everything on the menu was pushed forward a day, so it was a little confusing. Right, yeah, Monday was a e-learning day, if I remember correctly.
Snow day for us.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's not SmackDown, it's everything else, yeah. Ain't that the truth? Walter and I both did a thing on TikTok where we blind ranked Metallica albums, and he also did one blind ranking Iron Maiden too. Dance all days, love.
No, by all means, Charlie, don't move her.
I saw that Ava has left WWE. Not sure if it's a work or not. Really? Oh, okay.
I think that would have been a conversation with her fun.
Yeah.
If I'm not going to wrestle, I might as well go back to college.
Mm-hmm. Bet Boss and Ricky totally Wang Chung. I think Ricky does. I don't think Boss does. I don't think Boss wants to Wang Chung. Wait, Boss, do you Wang Chung? I asked you a question. Answer. No, I'm too old to Wang Chung these days. Myself, yeah. Who? Went to a music store that always has a ton of CDs and stuff. They had Motorhead stuff, but it was all Manicore tapes. Singles compilation CD, not even one copy of Ace of Spades. Yo, what's up, legend? What's up, man? No, Busy Slim, I did not. If you're into that, go right ahead. If you need your diaper changed, hey, whatever you're into, it's all good. But no, not here. I realized that I've never had done a deep dive of Enslaved. That will change very soon. I do the Macarena. Does that count? Yeah, that's a workout.
Lift up?
That's okay.
I'm just trying to give you some support. Okay, go ahead.
Macarena's a whore.
Of course, I'm wearing a shirt that's...
You just misheard. Ah, yeah, sure. Okay. Lita.
Bring Lita back.
It's Rumble weekend, so we got to break out the wrestling t-shirts.
And you've got
Yeah, I just showed it here.
Bliss is what I was trying to say.
I want Lita to come back.
She's old, dear.
So it's Trish Stratus.
Yes, and she doesn't need to come back anymore either. They proved their point. They're done. Go home, ladies. You earned it.
Did you notice they're the only two that keep coming back?
Head back to work. All right, brother. Have a good night. Oh, check that out. 20 months as a member. Thank you, boss. Too bad that goofy song is all they're known for. True, yeah. Heard that song every hour on the hour when I worked at a Transworld distribution center. Every day was a different radio station over the PA system, and one day was pop music, and that was there. Snakebite Overnight Hammered. Probably Push Overnight Job Snakebite Endeavor Hammered, I think. Depends on the day. Shout out once again to Boss for 20 months of a membership. And remember, it's only $2.99 a month now. Would like to see those numbers go up. Very glad that you're our friends, and this is a friendship that will never end. There you go. Hammer's definitely low on my list. You saw the ranking, but Walk a Crooked Mile is such a good jam. Yowie, wowie. I would walk 500 miles, yes. And I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more. The only time you can understand what those guys say is when they're singing that song. Da-da-la-da. If I might ask, what surprised you the most about the ranking I did? Orgasmatron being number one. That really surprised me. But yeah, you have a different perspective of it. I grew up in the era where a lot of these albums came out. You are, mostly of your life, you're already around when several of the albums come out, at least, the older stuff. So you don't have the bias someone like I do, so. Rudolph Schenker, Matthias Jabs, Willie John Roth. Push Roth, Job Schenker, Endeavor Jabs. Yeah, and Junebug, seeing how you rank them makes me, think like, okay, having that nostalgic bias, like I said, I'm going to look at Ace of Spades as being the be all end all. Overkill, Bomber, those albums in there. 1916, and I still say to this day that March or Die is the most underrated album of the entire discography, just because of the diversity of it. But yeah, so I think the older fans are going to look at the older material as being, what they feel is at the top. And even Orgasmatron came out in '86, totally different, setup. It's got Pete Gill on drums for that one album, and production on it is different. Great cover art, good songs. So, it's definitely up there. I would rank it in a top 10. Did you see the new Rocky Horror cast for Broadway? No, I did not. No, I did not. Now, here's the thing. I did listen to Megadeth's version of Ride the Lightning. And I hesitate to say I recorded my reaction. I go off on a lot of tangents. So I want to ask you guys, do you think I should post it or not? I wonder how Filthy would have done the title track because he was much better, different drummer. Nostalgia Makes Everything Better edition, Metallica, Black Sabbath, Motorhead. Probably myself personally, I have to push Metallica, Job, Motorhead, Endeavor, Black Sabbath. Juliette Lewis as Magenta. Not my first pick, but I don't really know what my first pick would be, honestly, but not her. Musically, it is spot on, and Dave absolutely nails the solo, but it shows just how far his vocal cords have degraded. Yeah, that's kind of the what?
You only saw the movie once, Strange Days?
I guess, yeah.
It was Angelica Bassett
Yeah, Angel, yeah.
and Ralph, is it Fiennes?
Make it worth listening to a second time? I don't know about that.
Juliette Lewis sang on stage, and she was singing metal.
Oh.
So
Yeah, I'm going to have to do a lot of editing because I do repeat myself quite a bit. A lot of reactions to the album itself are overblown. Like I've seen people say it's worse than Risk. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to listen to the album. I don't give a shit. I have no drive in me at all to give it a listen. I think I'm going to do a Megadeth or Sabbath blind ranking if I can find one. I'll listen to you rant. Okay. Yeah, it's... Is it even close to Countdown? No, but it's not a horrible record. Why would Megadeth want to record a cover of Ride the Lightning? Talk about not being able to let go. Okay, Rachel, I'll give you the answer to that. Before someone else types it, hang on, let me answer that. Megadeth is going to say, i.e. Dave Mustaine's going to say, it's not a cover because he actually helped write the song. So he is doing his version of the song. So he is going to say it's not a cover. Now, that's valid. It's a valid point. He did write some of the song, and I don't know what deal they had to do with Metallica and publishing and all that stuff, so he could do his own recording. But that is the truth of it. He helped co-write it, therefore he feels it's his song, therefore he feels he can do his version of it. So, Last Known is actually a pretty good song. I'd recommend checking that one out. It's probably my favorite off the album. A fair handful of Metallica songs have been rewritten into Megadeth songs too. That's true. Is that true though? Because he wrote Kill 'Em All. He didn't write all of Kill 'Em All. He did contribute many riffs and some song structures and arrangements, maybe some lyrics that ended up on that album. Most notably Jump in the Fire, which is why he was fired to begin with, because fuck that song and anybody who likes it. Anyway, Megadeth has covered Metallica before, right? Didn't they do Mechanics? Again, that's not a cover. That is, once again, Dave wrote that song and took his writing and created his own version of it. And then Metallica took that song and said, they recorded it first as the Four Horsemen. They just added the slow middle section, which was inspired by Lynyrd Skynyrd, according to Dave. There was a lot of teenage lyrics on the album, and it sounds like the stuff I would have written in high school. How's your mom? So I'll withdraw saying anything more. What do you mean I hurt your feelings? I didn't know you had any feelings. Does Dave still have the rights to songs, though? That's the thing. I don't know. I don't know how that structure is done. I'm guessing he gets some kind of royalties, because if his name is listed in the writing credits on the album, therefore he should be getting some kind of royalties for it. I actually like the guitarist they got for this final record. Timu, I think is his name, and he and Dave actually worked pretty well together. Still just hanging out in the jar on the fireplace, just as lazy as ever. Jeez. Harsh. Anyway, you notice that the name of the stream is called A Warm Fuzzy. So I want to ask you guys, what are some things, if I fire with fire, it's better than jump with the fire, that's true. What are some things you guys check out, like on YouTube or stuff like that, that puts you in a good mood? Because today I found this channel I never heard of before. I think the guy's name is Steven Shapiro. And this guy goes to random businesses that are not doing that well. He'll go into like a restaurant that has no customers. And he'll walk in, he'll order some food, sit down, eat, and then he'll say to the owner, hey, do you mind if I get a friend and come back? Oh, yeah, sure. He goes and gets about 50 people and brings them all back to the restaurant and has the guy get them anything they want. And this guy, Steve Shapiro, pays for it. He covers everything. Zit popping videos. We are the Dream Eaters. Now, what is that? If Megadeth comes around my area, I will, of course, try and get tickets. I've never seen them. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, I got to watch him. He also would walk around a farmer's market that has a lot of, for Lemmy, he's sick, won't get full test results until Monday. Oh, great. The question again is, what kind of like YouTube channels or just things in general do you check out when that puts you in a good mood? I love those videos where the two dudes start dancing in like a grocery store or wherever and encourage random people to dance with them. Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, this guy Steve went to a farmer's market. He'll go up to every vendor, and they're usually, small mom and pop style businesses just getting started. And he goes up and says, hey, can I get a sample of something? And they're like, sure. And he gets a sample. He loves it. And he says, oh, do you take tips? They're like, yeah, sure. Do you take cash tips? Yeah. He'll hand him $100. And they're like, what's this for? Oh, for the sample. You don't have to pay for the sample. No, I want to give that to you. Go ahead, take it. It's okay. It's okay. No, we can't take. No, it's fine. I want to help you out. I want to help you out do stuff. So it's just, he'll go around to everybody and then go to another place, order like some granola. Just some cool granola flavor that he liked. He tries it, and then he gives the person like $400. And the person's like, no, I can't take this. Can I give you something else? He's like, tell you what, the next people that come in here, give them what you want, and it's covered. I'll take care of it. So. A new wave pop group similar to Human League. Songs include Going to the Craft Fair at the Library, Being an Asshole is My Love Language, Please Stop Doing That, and We're Fucked. I like watching food videos, share a lot of them. Yeah, I see the Man with a Pot videos a lot in the Discord. There's a guy I watch called Mr. Chime Time. He does food reviews. He's brutally honest, and even if he doesn't like the food, he even says check the place out. Videos where the shelter dogs pick their person out of a lineup. The person they go to first is the one who adopts them rather than the person choosing the dog. Oh my God, that would kill me. I also love watching the videos of animals who get reunited with the people that took care of them or, help them just grow in some case, and then they were taken to a zoo or some kind of retreat, and then they bring that person back and the animal recognizes them, and it's, oh my God. I like Chef Reactions. He's salty like me, and he has online food bar. I know exactly what you're talking about, yes. Yeah, he's a good dude. I think he has like a grandmother he was or is taking care of, too. So, I don't know. I'm doing this thing there.
No, I just said that. Wow. Magic is on the hammer.
Man with the Pot can cook. He goes to different cities in the U.S. and reviews local to the area restaurants, does chain restaurants from time to time, but he seems like a cool guy. Cat and raccoon videos and skunks. And Wake Me Up Before You Go. Mm-hmm. I saw Gordon Ramsay do a reaction to Men with a Pot, and he said, and I don't mean drugs. What's one show you hate or dislike that everybody else seems to enjoy? Big Bang Theory. A lot of people I know don't like the show, and I love it. So, B. Dylan Hollis. He tries vintage recipes, and it's 50-50 whether they're edible. Absolutely hilarious. See, I did the exact opposite bug of what you were asking me. I'm sorry. So you asked what's a show you hate or dislike that everyone else seems to enjoy. I'm sorry. I love the Big Bang Theory, but I think a lot of people I know don't like it. So a show I hate that other people like. I don't know. Yeah, sorry, Bug. I don't know why I reversed that in my brain. Yeah, I can't really think of one. I mean, I don't like any of those reality-based shows like The Bachelorette or. See, you don't care for Family Guy, and I haven't like proactively watched Family Guy in a long time. Nor do I really have cared much about The Simpsons. So, South Park too. I don't hate South Park, um, but I don't have cable, so I can't watch a lot of these shows. Nigella Lawson, yeah, she misses that cocaine a lot. Young Sheldon kind of screwed up Sheldon's dad because in Big Bang they portray him completely differently. Oh, okay. And now there's another spinoff of Big Bang with Stewart and his girlfriend, and Kripke's involved in it, and Brian Posen, big tall metalhead dude, plays a character on there too. So I miss like the early days of the Food Network. Les Claypool did the theme for South Park and even did a show with the creators. That's true, yes. Yeah, I miss the early days of the Food Network with like Emerald Live, Good Eats when it was out, Sandra Lee's, semi-homemade. Friends, I can't stand Friends, yeah. No, I've not seen the new He-Man trailer. Heard a lot about it. The problem is nowadays I can't tell what's a real trailer and what isn't. I did see the trailer for the new Darth Maul series, and that looks badass.
Oh, another one?
Yep. Rather watch Big Bang Theory over Friends. There you go. Tommy the Cat, Jerry Was a Race Car Driver. How do you know that was like the best three songs? Pushing Tommy the Cat all day long. Fantastic song. And one of the most infamous bass lines. Probably Job, Jerry Was a Race Car Driver, and Deborah John the Fisherman. They weren't going to follow the Big Bang timeline. Everyone was like they mixed it. It bugs me. Yes, Good Eats. Barely remember watching Friends. I was never big into Friends anyway. It's not really a show like I hate, but that everyone else loves. Like my coworkers will talk about some kind of reality show of some kind, like The Bachelorette or whatever, and I have no clue what they're talking about. Carnival Eats. Oh, I loved Unwrapped with Mark Summers. That was a great show. Trying to think like other shows that were on there. Oh, the original Iron Chef. The show from Japan. A lot of fake ones, tons of CGI in it too, so even hard to tell, but only one with a pink shirt. Sarah Silverman program. Everyone seems to not like Sarah Silverman. Oh, okay. I was literally just trying to remember the name of Unwrapped. Yes. Did you ever watch Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives? Yes. I'm not a big fan of Guy Fieri. I think he's just annoying as hell. He was on a cooking competition show, and that's it. So. How does one not like the mayor of Flavortown? Me. It's just annoying. Like stop screaming, first of all. Do you have eyes? Because he's just like got little tiny eyes and that stupid hairdo. Like, come on, dude. Grow up. What are you, 25? No, you're not. You're like 90. I thought Silverman was funny at first, but you quickly became Jack Black. Same shtick constantly. Oh, and I did have an intense dislike for Bobby Flay for a long time. Matter of fact, I still don't like the guy. But way he disrespected the Iron Chef when he did that, that really pissed me off.
Fucking Bobby Flay.
I like Guy. I honestly never cared for Gordon Ramsay, but now I watch a lot of his stuff. I liked Unwrapped 2 with Alfonso Ribeiro. I never saw that. I didn't know he did that. Yeah, Bobby Flay is a tool. Yeah, he is. Morimoto, that was it. He did an Iron Chef battle with Morimoto, and Flay was just being an irritable, arrogant dick. And Morimoto called him out on it too, and I was on his side. Like, yeah, he was being a dick, disrespectful prick. So, Cowboy Kent Rollins buried Bobby Flay with the chicken fried steak challenge. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Cowboy Kent, there's a good guy. I really like the best though are the ones your mom sends to my phone. Love Kent Rollins, yes. I don't know if Walter turned me on to him or I turned Walter on to him. I think we may have like discovered him at the same time. Something like that. I remember us having a conversation about him. I can't watch his videos without getting hungry though. Yep. I just love his demeanor, his down home attitude. You know, you can tell he's a good man. And
Must have been on the Yellowstone set because they took a picture of him in his sweatshirt.
yes, Morimoto's the OG, the GOAT, all the millennial words. Yes. It's insane how he could make something I don't even like look good. Yep. I do love Uncle Roger too. That's Nigel Ng, a comedian from Malaysia who does this Uncle Roger character, and he did do a collaboration with Cowboy Kent Rollins. So Nigel's hilarious. Not just doing the character, he does great stand-up. Really a funny dude. Jamie Oliver's better than Bobby Flay, not by much, because Uncle Roger will rip Jamie Oliver apart when it comes to like fried rice dishes and stuff. Oliver has no clue what he's doing. Well, he has an idea what he's doing. He's not doing like traditional. He'll say it's traditional Asian type something fried rice, and it's not even close to it. And Uncle Roger will call him out on it. So
Why aren't you draining the water?
no. Why you put that in the high?
He's right. You're supposed to drain more of the water out of the ramen, or you're not going to taste the flavor. Black or packet?
Yeah, MSG, not your problem. Use MSG. Why you not like flavor? I think I brought up Kent Rollins. I liked him. He's wholesome. Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah, everybody notice how.
He's got a very young wife, by the way. That boy looked like he'd been around. He found that girl in the city. So Gordon Ramsay is pretty good now that he's done with Hell's Kitchen and being a madman for the drama. His show with kids is adorable. I don't want to burn anyone out. Yes, I heard about Catherine O'Hara. Yes, I did. I was just thinking about, because I recently was watching the movie A Mighty Wind a lot because it was free on YouTube. And that just makes me think of all the great stuff that she's done. And that, was 71.
Was she in Beetlejuice?
Yeah, she's the mom.
That's what I thought. She was in the second one. Oh God, is that her swan song?
What? Oh, Beetlejuice 2? It might be her last movie, yeah.
And was she in that Schitt's Creek?
Yep, Schitt's Creek was another thing she was doing. She's a voice in that bear movie, the animated bear movie. She's one of the female moose.
Mm-hmm.
Her and
Yeah.
something else. DJ BBQ is better than both Jamie and Bobby. I don't know who DJ BBQ is, so. Oh, wait a minute. No. I think I do know what you're talking about. I think I do know. Yeah. Another one bites the dust too soon. I was introduced to Catherine O'Hara as part of SCTV, and then you saw her in Beetlejuice. She's, of course, the mom from the Home Alone movies and has done so much stuff. And then Schitt's Creek came out a few years ago. One of my coworkers, huge fan of that show, and she texted me and said, "Did you hear about Catherine?" I said, "Yes. I'm sorry I'm not at work to give you a hug." So my anxiety gets me upset. Yeah, a lot of what he was doing, kind of like Simon Cowell from America, or whatever it is, not America's Got Talent, or whatever that show is. And they're being assholes, they're being dramatic for TV purposes. So I saw that you saw the coworker conversation Discord. Yes, I did. Voice of Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. Yes. American Idol. Thank you. Yep.
And of course, Home Alone.
Yep.
I think you probably just said it. She made a career of being a mom.
It sounded just like that. Yeah, she was big on just being like mom characters. Like I said, the shows he's done now, he doesn't act like that. He acts like an actual human being. Yeah, she was great in SCTV. That whole crew back then, Dave Thomas and Joe Flatterly and Martin Short and Eugene Levy, Andrea Martin, that was the other woman on the show. John Candy, of course, was on there.
Remember I said, what the hell was that noise?
He was mad about it, yeah.
You heard it.
No.
She used Scarlett, the table with the laptop on it, to jump back from the bed into the avocado bed because
Beer talking crap about the plant manager or something. Did you just say Gene Hoglan? Yeah, right, yeah. Mean Gene Hoglan. Mm-hmm.
You're tired.
Uh-oh, speaking of farts. Not her, the cat.
You're supposed to look. There you go. Daddy, tell her I hate Dion. Look at him. Yeah. Squirrel tail.
I knew I wouldn't look good with the toupee. Did you show Michelle the post I sent you about Annabelle's new treats? I did, yes.
Yes. Oh, jeez. All right, say goodbye.
That is the Dino Cazares of cats. Damn.
Can you bring him up? Bring the camera up a little. There you go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He probably has more money than Dino right now, Bug. Lawsuits will kill you financially.
You want to give him a massage? I thought I'd give you a massage.
Meowsage.
Yeah. Right now my claws are trimmed, unfortunately.
Just talking about Club Paradise. Andrew Martin and Eugene Levy. Yep.
Okay. All right. Come on, you. All right. She's, you're handsome.
At the same time, he didn't have diarrhea. Still sad Burton ain't with Fear Factory anymore, but the new singer is way better live. Burton just couldn't hold it live, hasn't been able to for a while. Yeah, I was just watching the guys from Thralls of Metal do their ranking of Immortal albums, and they brought up the whole lawsuit that happened when Abbott left and all that drama and how taxing it is. And that's what happened to Dino and Burton C. Bell. Both of them just lost so much money because of it. No. Oh, Down's coming out with a new album. Really? Huh. Okay. Why not? Pardon. Oh, you just saw the post. It's Phil. I just gotta say, I'm full of rage. You take some Diet Coke, you mix it with some NutraSweet, and you take me friends with the Suicidal Tendencies t-shirts. Hey man, you want to kill yourself? I say, no. You're suicidal, but I'm lovely. Hello, Mike. It's Phil. I tried pistachio pudding today. I was right to be skeptical. Okay. Yeah, I won't eat it. I have partaken in pistachio ice cream, but only if it's the only thing available. So she's a bigger fan of it than I am.
Pistachio, ice cream,
Pistachio!
covered in hot fudge.
How would you feel about Phil, Zach, Charlie, and Rex doing an album but calling it Cowboys from Hell, a tribute to Pantera? I wouldn't be mad about it. You know, as long as they would acknowledge that it's not a Pantera album, because it couldn't be without the Abbott brothers. It's just odd. Yeah, if they call themselves the Cowboys from Hell, you know, it's as a tribute album, that would be fine. And Rex would have to do a lot of the writing musically. Yeah, use his tone, sure, but there would have to be a lot more contributions from Rex and Phil than, say, Zach and Charlie. Love pistachios out of the shell, but pistachio flavored odd. It's the new Down Records, long overdue. Yeah, that's where I was a little bit of a gatekeeper when people would say, "Hey, I'm going to see Pantera last summer." No, you're not. No, you didn't see Pantera. You saw Pantera tribute, but it wasn't Pantera. I've seen Pantera twice, so that's the only time I'll get like a little bit of a gatekeeper syndrome with that. I've seen video that have been playing tens in their set list. They didn't even do that for the Trendkill tour, which surprised me. Kind of like difference between bananas and banana flavor and grape candy isn't grape flavored, it's purple flavored, right? Yeah. Here's my thing. Obviously, I'm younger and was born after Dime was taken from us. A lot of people didn't even get to see Pantera, so that's why I 100% supported it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, oh yeah, I never doubted the idea of doing a tribute tour. That's totally cool. And if they were doing an album, you know, whatever. But if it's gonna be a tribute album, you know, to Pantera under the name Cowboys from Hell or something like that, or whatever they want to call themselves, then there has to be a significant influence from Phil and Rex. You know, it can't be Zach and Charlie writing everything. So, oh, it's a Pantera record or a Pantera tribute. No, it's not.
I think you can't really do it without the brothers.
No. Getting to see those songs played live and having Zach and Charlie in Diamond Bitty's place, lived with perfect replacements. Yeah, perfect replacements, but it's not Pantera. So
I'm having a beer in honor.
it's root beer.
But look at it when you hold it like that.
Not like that, it looks like a beer, but it's that.
It's also incredibly expensive, but still good.
You'd have to get, you know, Black Tooth Grin if you want to pay real tribute.
I'll just drink my honey.
Mm-hmm. Black Tooth Grin.
Well, is that when they were shooting darts at naked women on the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Happen to land anywhere within the crotch region.
Things we
Yeah, take a
remember
shot.
from behind the music.
What's a Bigfoot's favorite drink? Sarsaparilla. Sarsaparilla. Okay. Yeah, you were there for Metallica, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Squeaking. Well, I mentioned Immortal earlier on, and I did mention this last week. New episode of You Gotta Hear This is on my channel, went up last Sunday, where I introduced Panda to symphonic black metal with the band Demon Borgir. Zach is starting to be resented and not see him as a good player, but most metal fans, especially guitar players, are whiny. Ain't that the truth? We got this $125 fake Gene Simmons heel. This is Chili. This is Chilifoot.
Isn't that like saying Guns N' Roses are back?
Yeah, and it's only Axel. My coworker and her girlfriend might join me for bingo on Sunday this week. It's not till 2. Okay. Bummed I can't see Black Label Society and Zach Sabbath in March for my birthday. It needs some chili. It's thirsty. It needs dessert. Cookies, dude. Honestly, she didn't look 71. Oh, wow.
I do remember Jimmy Fallon making a complete fool of himself at the MTV Music Awards.
Yeah.
Announcing him, and all I thought was, it's just Axel. You don't have the whole crew.
Yep. Excuse me. So I had this whole week off, and can't say I didn't rest, because I definitely did that. Unfortunately, we've been having a lot of heat problems around here this week. We have backup plans in position, plenty of protocols, but it's just been a real stressful time with that. So we know pretty much what has to get fixed. It's not going to get fixed probably till Monday. I got to post those vids to the drive. That's a future Panda problem. Right. I was going to ask you about that too. I forgot because I haven't checked. Favorite guitar design Dimebag had. It's one of the videos that they did. It's, his regular Dean style, but it was like the snakeskin, I think, design. I think it's in the 3, video, home video release, where he's given it by the guy by then Dean's the shit, and you're going to see this on stage tonight. I think it was that one. Wait, I do not remember that one. Find the video. It's on YouTube of the Watch It Go 3, and you have to do that if you talk about Watch It Go. If you know, you know. And so yeah, I think that's the one. So. Of course, the Blue Lightning one is iconic, and that's his calling card. But that snakeskin style that he had, really liked it. Real lazy and sluggish this week. I blame the weather, but who knows? I understand. I'm biased to the one with the lightning on it. I know it's controversial, but I still like the Trent kill. Mm-hmm. This is me in London. This is me in Denmark. This is me in wherever. Moscow, DC, outside Capitol Building, Capitol Hill. This is me in Sergio Valente, Italy. This is me somehow in Europe, lost as usual. This is me in Akron, Ohio, with my bud throwing the cam on me just in case I get hurt by the police. At a market in Europe, lost as usual. Yeah. You get any sleep last night? Nah, I didn't sleep at all last night. So this is 2 days. Since we're in Russia and the provisions are provisionless, we have these little dinosaur fruit snacks. If I throw up in my bun, don't yell at me, okay? Whoa, wow! Whoa, wow! Big Val put the cigarette in his mouth and flipped it out. Dino Nuggies? That's a 90s kid right there. Maypop tires. There's a cold crown bottle of Yag, probably coming here somewhere. Oh, what? Watch it. My peppermint whiskey mouthwash with the fake seal. Give me your money! Tune this fucker, somebody! They gave us a bottle of water and half a bottle of Cuervo. That's our clothes. There's our pole. There's our light. Yeah, there's our light. Whoa. Those drumsticks back there, they cost a little bit of money. Whoa, not too close. God damn it, Rex! I'm just quoting a Pantera home video to Pop Bug. Anyway, it's kind of crazy how Dime predicted the future of music with everything just being sampled. That's true. Dino Nuggies and waffle fries. Saturday lunch of champions before going outside and scraping my knees and elbows, nose diving off my roller skates in the driveway. Good times. Oh, what makes you cringe thinking television? Tim Burton posted a tribute. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, about Catherine. Mm-hmm. I've been endorsed by Marshall. You know, Marshall. Is that thunder? And, you know, I still say if Diamond Vin were here, we'd be 2 or 3 records deep past reinventing the steel. I don't know. Yeah, because it was right around Great Southern that a lot of the problems with Phil and those boys started coming to light. I don't know if we would ever gotten. I think Phil would be dead, first of all. I really think Phil would be dead for all the damage he was doing to himself with the heroin and everything else he was doing. Not a single helmet or knee elbow pad in sight. We were 90s kids. We had character to build, right? Yeah. You had a lot to live up to from our generation. Told my other coworker that she could come, but she can't play because you have to be 21. Oh, okay. Can she be a bingo cheerleader? I-25. 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 I don't know, Panda, if you could have made that work and, you know, gotten yourself some elbow pads and knee pads, got the helmet, could have done the roller derby. Killer Panda, come on. Of course you can. And look, I'll respect to Vinny, but I feel like he was pretty really petty with Phil, especially in the years leading up to when he passed. Yeah. 90s babies unite. Freaking millennials. Yeah. I get why he didn't want to talk to Phil after the stuff with Dime, but that wasn't Phil's fault. No, it wasn't. You know, but Vinny needed to channel his anger towards somebody. Those boys weren't the most, you know, emotionally mature individuals. So it's not like they knew how to process grief and sadness and loss like that. I wasn't a masochist back then. Just would have came out of your shell a lot sooner, you know? And you could have done it with a team and maybe made some money. Leave my millennial ass alone. I honestly feel for Rex and all that. He was stuck in the middle and tried to just keep both sides together. And I know Vinny didn't hold anything against him because they did the Rebel meets Rebel thing. Yeah, Rex really was. He was the baby face in the whole thing. You know, he was the one you felt for. He was the one like, so sorry you have to deal with this, dude. You don't deserve this. You know, you lost two friends. You almost lost a third. And Rex did himself a lot of damage too with all the drinking he did, along with other substances. But it was the drinking that really screwed him up. Trying to grab a box off the shelf today and it broke my nail to where I broke it off. It made my finger bleed. Oh, God. Sounds like what Panda was dealing with when she was taking her nails off last week. Rex has probably done the least amount of music since that, at least studio stuff. He only has done one solo record, I think. Mm-hmm. But yet, still through all that, he's, you know, even though he didn't put out a lot of new material, he's still well respected and probably a very underrated bass player. You don't hear a lot of people talk about his stuff. And if you listen to his bass tracks, they are solid, you know, because he has to lock in with Vinny so Dime can go off in different directions, much like Mike Anthony had to do with Alex. So Eddie could go off in crazy directions. I had to cut it when I got home, so I'll grow back eventually. Mm-hmm. We had dinner kind of late tonight. We made a cottage pie, and I attempted to make homemade Red Lobster cheddar biscuits. Sad to say, they were not as good as the restaurant, nor did I think they were going to be to begin with. Um, the recipe asked for sharp cheddar. I bought mild cheddar cheese, so that probably had a factor to it. And I may not have cooked the biscuits enough. I may have pulled them too soon. Um, they give you a garlic seasoning to put in melted butter. So you heat the butter up with the seasoning and then pour it over the biscuits. And they were okay. They weren't restaurant quality, if you want to call it that. So come on. Let's see. I'll say Vinny is underrated too. Not super technical, and he didn't have to be. He drove a Gru up with, yep, exactly. Sometimes that rough living can turn it around for you. Look at Keith Richards. He's been embalmed at this point. He's probably outlived all of us. That's what I thought about Ozzy, Panda. I thought Ozzy would live to be 100. Still not fully over the fact we lost Ozzy. I know. I remember last year, like, you know, the August, September time for me last year was very rough. I was just not in a good place mentally. I did not feel present. I was having some problems at work, and to where I just was not, you know, being very cordial with some of my coworkers, and I wasn't mean at home, but I knew I was being distant. And in retrospect, I really think it was because I lost two of my heroes as a kid in a very short time span, Hulk Hogan and Ozzy Osbourne. And maybe it just affected me more than I realized. Biggest reasons I'm even into metal to begin with. Grew up hearing Ozzy solo and Sabbath in my dad's car quite often. Big impact. Yeah, same here. Heard my sister playing Ozzy a lot. She was a big fan of Ozzy in the Randy Rhoads era. So I heard that music a lot. The Crazy Train video was on MTV. I remember my sister used to videotape, record music videos off MTV all the time. And I watched the Crazy Train video a lot. This is, of course, after Randy had died. I knew of Randy, but I wasn't really aware of him when he was alive. So, and Ozzy had always been kind of a constant for me throughout my adolescent years and everything else. So my best friend a video of lousy cooking, and I said, I don't think my cooking is this bad. He said, the fact that you think you're a bad cook, I never said I was bad. I'm not ready for the day someone like Undertaker passes away. He was my Hulk Hogan, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what I miss. Old school MTV, you know, when they actually showed music videos. Yep. I don't want to do it after cooking all day. Right. Yeah. It's like a woman being married to a gynecologist. You know, he goes home from work and she's looking for a little action. He's like, honey, if I see one more, forget it. We also lost guys like Tomas from At the Gates. That was a rough year. Yeah, you're right. Yep. Yes. And I really don't think I was not conscious of how much that really affected me until probably near the end of last year. And I'm like, really started to, because I got in a much better headspace around late September into October. I got way better and better at work and more focused and more present with stuff. And I had a lot of people comment that to me at work. It's like, wow, you're a whole different person. You've really stepped it up. And, you know, that was nice to hear. Um, and yeah, I really realized that it really must have affected me so subconsciously. I was like trying to not ignore it, but it was just kind of like, oh, you know, that's the way life is, man. But like, no, this was a big thing for me. Hers should be different. Can you cook or bake? Who's better, you or Michelle? Michelle's a better cook. I'm a better baker. It's just the way it's been. So it's not so much that I don't want to cook. I'm just sick of having to be the one to decide what's for dinner every single time. I know. Let me clarify that. I say that that's not a fair statement to say on my part that she's the better cook, I'm the better baker. That's not really true. She can do both. You know, she can cook, she can bake, stuff like that. I'm not much of a cook, I don't think. But I'm good at baking. Why? Because of instructions. You know, it's science, it's not art. Um, so that's not fair to say that I'm a better baker. It's just I enjoy doing baking more, I think. And she knows I do. So she kind of just lets me go ahead and do that. Like, oh, you want to make a cake tonight? I'll get right to work on it. Brownies, maybe she'll do it, but I'll help her out, that kind of thing. Excuse me. Cooking has instructions. It does, but you can mess around with it more than you can say the ingredients on, you know, to make a specific kind of cake or a cheesecake or, you know, cookies in some way. You can mess around with the numbers a little bit and you have an idea of what you're going to get. When you start mixing and matching different flavorings and ingredients and stuff, that's where the artistry comes in. And that's not me when it's food. I was distancing myself when Gary Rossington from Lynyrd Skynyrd passed in 2023. Huge influence for me. Never got to see Skynyrd with him either. I literally downloaded a spin the wheel app for what's for dinner just for that reason. Cooking is not for me. I can absolutely hang with the best out on the grill, but on a stove, eh. Yeah, cooking is art. Exactly. Cooking is art, baking is science because of that. So I can follow, directions from the box. I did that tonight with those biscuits I told you about. And, I follow the directions, but the directions can only get you so far. You still have to, even when you're driving, you have to apply the directions. And what happens if the directions you have when you're driving don't include a detour that came up due to a sudden, construction thing? You have to figure out how to get around that. The boxes are going to tell you. So don't ask me to bake because it will get burnt. You think they're both science? In their essence, yes. But they're like I said, when it comes to mixing the flavors and combining things that maybe you've never done before, cooking gives more leeway and more freedom to do that. To where you're going to come up with something like, oh my God, I never thought to put this and this together. This is amazing. Whereas you try that with baking, it's like you can't overdo if you put too much flour in or you put too many eggs in, you're going to cause this to happen and blah blah blah. So you kind of have an idea of what's going to happen if you go against the instructions. You want to know what's funny? I'm absolutely rubbish at cake decorating. That's where Walter's wife comes into play. She's an amazing cake decorator. The cake will taste amazing, but it will look like it had a seizure. Tremendous. And yeah, there's nothing artistry with baking, sure, that can be done. Who needs instructions? Oh, hey, Devil, what's going on, buddy? What's going on in Toronto? Yeah, I'm a guy. Just give me pictures and I'll follow along. Directions? I know where I'm going. Golden Sore? That's about right here. Yeah, it's about right. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, like I have a pumpkin bread mixture over there. I'll want to bang that out real quick. Too much like sculpting, not my strength there either. Yeah, the artistry with baking comes with things like frosting cakes and adding decorations to it, or writing, or things of that nature. Different kinds of cookies, um, adding different flavorings to the batter. Using, instead of vanilla, use an almond extract or a peppermint extract or something along those lines. You can add to it. That's something that you already know how to do. Like going back to, Panda mentioned about Good Eats when I mentioned it earlier. If you use a certain percentage of brown sugar as opposed to a certain percentage of white sugar in your cookies, you're going to have a certain type of texture to it. I wouldn't bang on pumpkin bread. You might get a UTI. Don't be yucking my yum, all right? What you do out on the West Coast is your own business. It's not an apple pie, for God's sake, you pervert. Like your mom. Okay. So that's even something else, like for me, that gives me the warm fuzzy, is getting a chance to do something like baking a pumpkin bread or a cranberry bread or a cinnamon swirl bread, something like that. I prefer banana cream pie. You like them cream pies, eh? You're giving us bass players a bad reputation. You gotta have a good timing with that. I had what I think is the right amount. Might have come out wrong. Maybe. But yeah, you eyeball it, right, Devil? Yeah, it looks like enough flour. The whole room is white. I made pudding for the kids the other day. They loved it. There you go. Nice. I love to bake. Sadly, it's on hiatus for a bit. Yeah, yeah. I understand. So, let's see. So tomorrow is the Royal Rumble for us wrestling fans. We have that to look forward to. It's on in the afternoon because the show is in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And so it's on 2 in the afternoon. We have an appointment with Michelle's physical therapist at 1:30. So once that's done, back here, watch the show. You got a friend's request from Rage. But I have found so many cool savory recipes lately. Oh, yeah. I've seen the pictures you've sent me. So. Yeah, like the mashed turnip. Oh, you left the Discord. Gotcha. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to be a part of a lot more Discords. I just started leaving them because I'm not contributing to them. I'm just like seeing updates and I'm like, okay, but I don't really have anything to contribute. So why am I hanging out here? So, yeah. Can't be bothered with the Gritto and No Toes, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, is what it is, If you don't want to be a part of a Discord, you don't have to be. Yeah. I'm still at a few right now that I'm probably going to take myself out of just because, like I said, I don't contribute. It's hard enough for me to try to contribute to my own Discord. If you guys know that. And thank you for those of you that hang out in the Discord and chat up in there, put links in there and stuff. I do appreciate that. Yeah, I practically don't post on Discord servers too much going on at yeah this time. Yeah. Oh, you don't have mine? Okay. Do you want it? I'll offer it to you if you want it, but if you don't want to, it's okay. I don't pressure people. You have to join my Discord. You don't have to. It's up to you. So. Yes. Okay. I'll have to do it in the other room. I don't trust myself trying to do it on my phone. So let me get to the laptop here. Into the office I go. Hi. Big boy Darius was on the floor.
Which one?
Darius was in here. Excuse me. It's for the creators. It ends up being more for community. That's a very good point. Yes, that is a very good point. Oh, hang on a second. I think I just sent you an invite, Devil. Is it OOO Devo OO? Is that you? Don't see an invite. Oh, okay. 1 second. Boom. It said your message cannot be delivered. This is usually because you don't share a server with the recipient, or the recipient is only accepting direct messages from friends. So I'm sending you a friend request. And you got it. Okay, thank you. And now let's try this again. Boom. And there he is. So OOO Devo, that's Devil there. So y'all that see, hang out the Discord. Fresh out of the shower, clean PJs, and freshly changed bed sheets. Ah, nice. You just let anyone in, so. I am in. There you go. Yep, just make sure you read the rules there, Devo, please. You need to put heat on your shoulder, understand? I had a long bath. Okay. I mean, my rules are pretty simplistic. I think they're kind of universal, so that's that, man. So as I said, I did do that reaction to Megadeth's version of Ride the Lightning. I'm going to have to edit the hell out of it because, like I said, I just go off on rant after rant in that video. So I actually considered, I'm not even sure if the video is going to go up because sometimes I've tried reacting to more modern Megadeth stuff and my videos have gotten blocked outright. So I don't even know if it's going to make it. Rule number one, don't be a dick. Exactly. That's your number one thing is don't be a dick. Don't post shit about politics and religion, and don't be sexist. Don't be racist. You know, that kind of stuff. Fresh ham sandwich. Rule number one, shut the hell up. Rule number two, there are no Fig Newtons. They're all gone. Do you hear that? That's my chair squeaking. Never invite Giddo. Okay. Oh, he never stops. Gotcha. Said in the voice of Rob Williams as Genie. Yeah, you know, some people are just like that. So we don't have anybody like that in the Discord. So and I don't know Giddo, so I'm not gonna judge. I'm not gonna say anything bad. So I'm just in that Discord to keep tabs on Jill. So. A little play place. Okay. Yeah, that's not fun. Oh. Killer Cross won the MLW championship. That's good for him. Mm-hmm.
So what'll it be, Master? Sure, gonna grant me any three wishes I want, right? Almost. There are a few provisos, a couple of different rules. Like? Rule number one, I can't kill anybody. Rule number two, I can't make anybody fall in love with anybody else. Little pun up there.
Robin is missed, yep. Lifted left because of him and Watson. Yeah, that's one thing though I have noticed with some people who frequent her live streams. You can kind of get in some questionable people. I ain't got no problem with Rage. I think she's very good. I think she's a good person. She tries to check up as much as she can. But some other people in the past I know have caused some problems. So, but that's not our discussion here. We can discuss that, off camera, if you will. So I will weigh the options whether I'm actually going to from the broadcast from the hotel tomorrow. Okay. I'm gonna go back and forth whether I do post the reaction video. Like I said, I have to edit it a lot, and because of my rantings. And Panda is going to, when she can, there's no rush on this, she's going to drop some episodes that she did for her channel and episodes that we did together for You Gotta Hear This that will be up on her channel. She will send those to the drive, and I will mess around with them. And editing is the big bug. Yep. I'll be doing a lot of editing with those videos too, so looking forward to that. Tomorrow's Royal Rumble. Sunday's last day of the vacation. Always do the unedited version as a members only vid. I thought about that, Legend, but I have to see if it's even going to go up, because if it gets blocked, nobody's going to see it, no matter how much editing I do. So, and I haven't really seen too many reaction videos on YouTube of that song. So, metal. Thank you. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, I might do both. I might do the unedited version for the members and put the edited version out there if YouTube accepts it. I remember reading the guy who voiced Sebastian in Little Mermaid kept trying to ad-lib, and the director literally told him to cut it out because he wasn't Robin Williams. Mm-hmm. So, well, we're going to probably start to wrap this up here. So, let's see. Yeah, already gave you guys a rundown. This past Wednesday's Twitch stream was a big shocker because a young gentleman came in called Dat Bass Solo with about 29 people rated my stream, and it was very, very nice. Several people hung out for a while. I got a few follows because of it. And actually, Dat Bass Solo, I found his channel. He put me in touch with another bass player called Idiot That Plays the Bass or something like that. He has Idiot in his name, but the dude actually plays in an Iron Maiden tribute band, and I saw him play bass, and he's freaking amazing. This guy's right-hand attack is like so powerful. It puts mine to shame. So I was like, yeah, and I suck. So like, this guy's amazing. Yeah, last week I was exhausted. I've slept a lot this past week. I can't complain about that. So still a bunch of stuff that they didn't use. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I was able to catch up on the sleep and all that stuff. And yeah, so got to expose to a few other people on Twitch. Matter of fact, that same stream, a friend named Time Lord Thomas asked me to raid another person, Emmy Divergent, I believe was her name, and she was a sweetheart. So, you know who else has an awesome right-hand attack? See, Rachel said it. Oh, Rob Schneider's wife is filing for divorce. Go figure. Rob Schneider's wife is divorcing him. Yep. Someone had to say it. Exactly. Yeah, he was married. His daughter is. Do you remember that song came out, X's and O's? It was a pop song, came out a few years ago. It's like a country pop song. That's his daughter. Yes, I told you this. Never remembers anything. Yes, Ellie King. That's Rob Schneider's daughter. They don't get along, don't worry. Yeah, she more than likely found him playing with someone else. More than likely, yeah. He's just jumping on the, the bro universe there, the broverse in the podcasting and comedy world, because that's what's selling right now, and that's getting a lot of attention. He's desperate for attention, so. I was rewatching MASH today, and I saw the episode where Henry Blake died. That's not what I needed to see this week. No. Thank you.
Oh, it's the True Rose. What do I smell?
Mm-hmm.
The True Rose candle. Wild Irish Rose.
My wild Irish rose. Going down the rabbit hole here. Mm-hmm. Anyway, all right. Well, I'm going to wrap this up here. Panda will be up to you if you're up for going live on Sunday morning. Let me know. If you got D&D this weekend though, and you won't have time, it's all good. Not a problem. And Monday, I'm back to the grind, y'all. Monday is also Groundhog Day. So, yeah. Yeah. So,
What is Monday?
Groundhog Day.
It's usually when I get my hair cut short.
Yeah, usually.
Still short.
Good journey, y'all. All right, y'all. Be safe. Hopefully spring is coming. Yeah, I wouldn't. But anyway, there you go.
6 weeks.
6 weeks.
6
Mhm.
weeks to the sun.
Yep. Yeah, 6 weeks to when the clocks go ahead. So the wife confirmed that today. She loves keeping track of that.
Well, it's 18 weeks, and everybody makes it sound like it's
Eternity?
a vacation to purgatory.
You're making Neo Citron and off to bed soon. All right, well, get some good rest, Devil. Everyone have a good weekend. Be safe out there. Hope you have a good time. Stay warm if you need to be. And I'll see y'all soon, okay? Orange Eye.